Alright, welcome back to Shave and Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. Hi, y'all. Early on a Monday morning. Very early on a Monday morning. Like 2:30 on a Monday morning. But oh well. Goes that way sometimes. I'm working a little 4 o'clock shift this morning. A little split shift today. We have a little, that's good coffee. That's Cafe Bustelo and Community Coffee mix. I didn't have a whole lot of either one, so I mixed them together. So it works out. Anyway, we have a little shift at the plant, a little 4-hour shift in the mornings and in the evenings when most of the shift change are going on. To babysit the turnstiles, to check, bags going in and be sure everybody's got their badge and all that kind of good stuff. And I'm going to fill in and work out a little 4-hour shift this morning. And then I'll have a break for a few hours, and then I'll work a regular gate shift. So I'll get out of here about 3:15, headed to the plant, and then I'll be there until about 7 o'clock tonight. It'll work out. So that's going to make for kind of a long day, but that's just the way it goes. So it's Monday, so we're going to do MicroMatic Monday. But it also is October, and of course October starts with OC, open comb. So that makes it perfect for a MicroMatic Monday. The original MicroMatic's got the open combs, and that makes it a perfect thing. I also was in I got a buddy, a shave buddy, that lives in Turkey now. So I got to thinking we'd do a Turkish thing. So I got my little Turkish board brush. I got my Turkish aftershave here. It's going to be good. And then I've got my shaving factory. And I don't remember why. I love that scent. I don't remember why I put it into this scuttle, because I usually use my scuttles for my good stuff. Colgate, vintage Williams. But anyway, this is pretty good stuff. So it's fine where it is. There's no real big issue with it being in here. But anyway, this is a Turkish soap. I buy it kind of local over in Lafayette. At a place over there that has other shaving related stuff. It has a bunch of the Penal stuff, and so it's a good little store. But anyway, it's a typical Turkish to me soap, like Arco and all, but it lathers well. It's got a pleasant scent. It's tallow. So it's pretty neat. So we're just going to build. We didn't actually use the scuttle. You remember the scuttles? You would put the hot water in the bottom, and you could soak your brush when you didn't have running water and all that kind of good stuff. So anyway, that's not what we're using it for today. Today we're just going to get us some soap loaded onto our brush here. That's what we're doing. We just load the soap onto the brush, get us a paste going so that we can face lather, and we'll be good to go for a MicroMatic Monday in October. Alrighty, well, big old harvest moon, big old full moon out. I just went out and walked Miss Luna and Hash Brown. But, alright. Let's see what that does for us. So it's actually kind of cooler this morning. It is squirrel season around here, but I haven't been yet. Going squirrel hunting when it's still warm and you gotta slap mosquitoes is not a whole lot of fun. Some people holler the squirrels will still have wolves. I've never found a squirrel with a wolf. And that's the parasite, spot fly larva. And they burrow under the skin and they grow, and they look really nasty, but they don't hurt the meat any. They don't burrow into the meat, they're just under the skin. So really, technically, you could eat them even if they had that in them. A lot of people won't. But like I said, I've never found a squirrel that had a parasite like that, the botfly larva. But when it's warm, you still have the chance. When it gets cold, you don't have to worry about it. So you wait till first frost. Used to, there wasn't any such thing as waiting. Boy, opening day of squirrel season, and had to be in the woods. Wasn't any way around it. And there's still places in the world like that. Well, I'll tell you what. let's do this first. That blade, alright, that blade got by me. It should have been bent. It's definitely not a good blade. Let's try another one. This happens sometimes. I'll have 3 or 4 blades sometimes up here and think they're all still good, and I go through and sometimes I have to throw a couple away at a time. All right, that's going to be a good blade. But anyway, when I was younger, opening day of squirrel season was a really big deal. It was one of the first of the hunting seasons to open. September you had dove season, but I'm not real big on dove hunting. And there's some other, you know, game birds and things that you could hunt, but anyway, so squirrel season was the first to me of the big hunting seasons. Yeah, you'd have deer season open after that, and you'd have duck season open after that. But squirrel was the first. But as you get a little older and things change, and it's not as big a deal as it used to be. Crying shame. Alright, you can see this soap does really well. It's not a really expensive soap. Functions, you know, performs like Arco. That's the thing I compare it to, because that's, you know, most people know Arco. That's a Turkish soap. And whatever you think of Turkey, they do make good shaving soap. Personally, I don't have a whole lot of thoughts on Turkey one way or the other. Like I said, I know somebody that lives there. Shout out the bird. And, all right. Get our cross grain thing going. Now, I cheated and didn't shave yesterday. All I did yesterday was I did the evening little 4-hour shift at the turnstiles to fill in. It's hard to fill those little shifts because you can't really, how are you going to hire somebody to come in and work 4 hours a day every once in a while? You know. Or hire them to come in and work a split shift, 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the evening. Most people, you can't get them to do that. So it's kind of a hard shift to fill. And I'm going to do my part and fill in on it today. Did it yesterday, do it today. You know, I'm driving a little hoopty to work. And it's 20 miles there, 21 miles there, 22, something like that. I think it's 22 miles there. So, you know, a little hoopty. You're burning a couple of gallons of gas a day. Gas is going back up, but still, so, you know, each time I go to work, it's a couple of gallons of gas. About a gallon there, about a gallon back. Oh, boy. There we go. Cleaned up nice. Boy, it feels good after a nice shave. The MicroMatic is definitely a nice shave. Trimmed up around the goatee really nice. Let's get us some witch hazel on. And you'll notice, yes, I still haven't got around to watching and where I'm tagged in a video with Dave. Sorry, Dave. I will get there. I promise. I'll do it. I'll get there. I noticed you did it with a Psycho. I don't have a Psycho. I am Psycho, some people say, but I don't have a Psycho razor. All right. Cleaned up under that jaw line because I felt where I needed to over there. Typical little clean up under the neck. And that's going to be that. All right. Well, another MicroMatic Monday shave in the book. Another October shave, open comb-tober shave in the books. And we can finish getting ready. That's going to be nice. Getting ready and roll out for work. The neat thing about going to work this time of morning, most of, not all of, but most of the idiots are sleeping it off. So I don't have a whole lot of traffic problems. As you get down closer to where the plants are down there, along the river, there's several plants in there. You'll get a little bit of plant traffic. And some of the plant traffic can be idiotic. You got the young guys and they're making good money working in the plant, so they go out and they buy the fancy trucks so they can keep up with the old guys that work in the plant, because all the old guys in the plants are driving the really nice trucks and everything. It's just kind of how it is. And they drive crazy too. Man, they cut corners and speeding around in their big old trucks and cutting through, and it's just amazing sometimes some of the stuff you see. It's almost as bad as these college kids around here with the plant folks. But anyway, and don't get me started on some of the folks. I mean, we have a saying in the plant. Well, I have a saying. I don't know who else uses it, but I've always used it. We check IDs, not IQs, to get into the plant. And there's a reason for that. Because if we checked the IQs, we wouldn't let a whole lot of people in. I'm just saying. And yeah, well, you know, just how it goes. But they keep the plants going, and that keeps the money going, and they want to keep paying us to watch the gate. So, you know, I'm okay with it. So there we go. MicroMatic Monday with an original MicroMatic there. This is one that's got the bumps in it. No, this is the bumpless model. Okay. All right, look at there. Bumpless model. So there we go. With a bumpless. I thought this was the one that had the bump in it. Guess what? I was what we like to call wrong. I'm going to dry this here blade off, clean it up, dry it off. It'll be ready to go next time. So there we go. Not only have we had a good shave, but we've also cleaned our gear up here. I've already washed and dried the brush while we've been talking. And there we got the razor cleaned up. We got the blade dried. It's ready to go next time. And we're ready to jump in the shower. So there we go. So y'all have a great day. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, happy shaves to you.